What's going on, America? Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I'm going to try to make some sense out of this nonsense by telling y'all the parable of the Dusky Skunk. The Dusky Skunk parable should explain it all.
This video is brought to you by Extreme Tees. Click on the link below. Make sure you put Kevin in the promo code and you'll get a 20% discount.
What's going on? Welcome to Kevin's Corner. Like I said, I try to make sense out of nonsense. And see, I've been thinking, saying to myself, how in the world did any human in the right mind, any Homo sapien that walks this planet on two legs, vote for Joe Biden? I could not fathom. I twisted and turned and rolled and tossed all through the night saying, how? Tell me, I need a revelation. And I start to think about the parable of the Dusky Skunk. Now I'm gonna give you my disclaimer. I am in this parable, okay? The Dusky Skunk parable derived from me. So now, it all starts when I was in college. See, and during that time, I didn't realize I was smart. You know how it is. You know, you're a young boy, you want to play around and stuff. But I knew that I could be smart. And if I apply myself, I could provide some of the wonderful information that I applied later on in life once I realized I was smart. But during that time, I was just looking for ways to get by. And so we had to do this presentation. And the teacher, the professor, gave everybody an option what they wanted to do the presentation on. It could be anything, because at that time I was going into education and they wanted to see how we would present a subject in a presentation format and make it believable and allow the people, the kids, to connect. So we had to do that for our fellow classmates. Now, me being me, I didn't prepare. I mean, I knew it was coming. I'm saying, man, a couple weeks from now, I got to do that presentation. You think I was a up on it type guy? No. At the time, I was like, man, forget that mess. I got 2 weeks. 2 weeks led to 2 days. But in your mind, you're still going, you know what? I mean, yeah, it was a whole 2 days. Then all of a sudden, you got like 2 hours, and you going, oh. And you start regretting your choices. Then, man, I should have. 2 weeks. My boys call me talking, let's go out. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I should have did my work. So here I am with about 2 hours left before I got to do a presentation. So I decided to do my presentation on a Dusky Skunk. Now, I bet you're asking, Kid, how did you pick a Dusky Skunk? Well, one of the dudes on our football team, our lineman, somehow this dude had a Dusky Skunk in his darn room. So I held on to the Dusky Skunk for a couple of days. I'm like, yo, Staten, man, can we get the Dusky Skunk and let him hang out in my room? Well, I'm sitting there looking around for something to do a report on, and the Dusky Skunk was in the cage. I'm like, oh, okay. So I take this Dusky Skunk to the class with a sheet over it, okay? So nobody knows what's under that sheet. Now I'm watching folks get up there. They're well prepared. They're breaking it down. They got the PowerPoints. They got all of that stuff, the technology. And I'm sitting there like, oh, man, I ain't got none of that. All I got is a Dusky Skunk under that sheet. So it came down to me. And they're like, all right, Kevin, short term. Y'all, I went up there, and I'm not even exaggerating this, y'all. I pulled out this. I said, okay, I'm doing a presentation on the Dusky Skunk. Now, as I pulled this garbage, this is nothing but garbage. I drew a bootleg picture of what I thought was the Dusky Skunk. I drew a picture of this, and when I pulled that mess out, you should have saw the professor's face. Like, what is that mess? And all of the pompous students sitting in the classroom had that look, typical football players. They just give the minimum and all of that stuff. I could feel it. I felt their energy. They was judging me, y'all. They judging me. Okay, so I sat back, and this is how primitive it was. I'm actually reading what I wrote on the paper, and I'm highlighting the obvious. This is the Dusky Skunk. As you can see, It's a skunk. Right here is his legs. He walks with those. There is his claws. You see that? Those are claws. He uses those for like things like digging in the dirt and stuff. And right here, that thing right there, these are his eyeballs. Eyeballs. And then back here, you'll see the Dusky Skunk has a tail. Now, as I'm going through this, I could feel the negative energy coming from the audience. Like, this is so primitive. Oh my God, I can't believe you would bring this garbage out here. So I even hit him with the, and right here, do you see these things? You see those? That's not poop. This right here is funk from the skunk, okay? That's where the funk comes out. That's pretty much it. The Dusky Skunk lives in the desert, and he captures creatures and eats them and stuff like that. Now, right before the professor dropped the hammer on me, right, I hit him with the secret weapon, y'all. I did what the Democrats have been doing to they folks for years, not giving them any substance. And at the end of the day, you distract them with something that makes them forget that you gave them no substance. So I brought out that cage, set it on top of the table, and said, now, ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Dusky Skunk. And I pulled that sheet off. Everybody, including the professor, oh, where'd you get that? They all rushed over to the cage. Can we touch it? Can we? Everybody back up, back up. You all get your chance to play with the Dusky Skunk. Professor, would you like it? Yeah, I do. Kevin, this is great. This is a great presentation. They forgot that I gave them absolutely nothing through the whole presentation. All I did was just repeated the obvious. And at the end of the day, distracted all of them by pulling out something that really had no connection or substance of what I was telling them. All I did was just say, I'm gonna let y'all see a Dusky Skunk. And they got that distracted over the Dusky Skunk. And I ended up getting an A on the project. Now I'm thinking to myself after I got at it, these are some stupid people, man. All I had to do was just drop out a Dusky Skunk and they just forgot all about everything. I gave them nothing except the Dusky Skunk, and they went crazy. Same thing with the Democrats. If you want to know why all these folks have been voting for Democrats all these years, and see, once we realize the trick, once we know that, you know all they're doing is just feeding us a bunch of fluff, a bunch of garbage. And at the end of the day, they're distracting all of their folks by giving them a whole bunch of stuff that really is no substance. They make these promises, and at the end of the day, they forget that, man, I really don't even know what Joe Biden ran on. I don't know anything. All they kept telling me was getting rid of Trump. We're getting rid of Trump. You know what? Happy days are going to come back again. If we just get rid of Trump. And when you go back throughout the whole campaign, you're going, well, what does Joe believe? What? I remember something about, you know what? Never mind about all that stuff. All I know is we're about to get rid of Trump. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of Trump. And Trump to them is that Dusky Skunk. It's, ooh, we can't wait to see that happen. And they forget that, wow, Joe gave us no substance throughout the whole campaign. And yet I voted on him because at the end of the day, this dude just said, behold, the Dusky Skunk. Or, behold, Orange Man Bad is gonna be leaving. And all the folks, ooh, I'm going for Joe. Great job, Joe. Great job. Have no idea what you mean. Have no idea what you stand for. None of your policies. But that means nothing to us. It's all bygones. Didn't pay any attention to that mess anyway. Now tell us more about this Trump that's leaving. See, so that right there sums it up. I got the revelation. I'm laying around like, how could they do it, y'all? Well, I did it. I did it to morons too. See, so if I can do it, and that was back when I was a young boy. I wasn't as, clever as I am now. And I pulled that mess off. And you telling me that Joe and the rest of the Democrats and the liberal media didn't pull it off on all those folks that voted for Joe and can't explain why they voted for Joe, what he stands for, none of that stuff. Everything they did was based off of them showing them that Dusky Skunk. At the end of the day, behold, Orange Man Bad will be gone. Ooh. See? So there you go. My parable of the Dusky Skunk sums it all up. Now I can rest good at night. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. God bless y'all. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Just want to say thanks for checking out the video. Please check out KC Uncensored, my personal site, where you'll get uncensored material from me along with some archives. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. The link is below this video. If you click on it and put Kevin in the promo code, you'll get a 20% discount. And finally, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you'd like to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's links below this video to do that as well. Okay, God bless you and God bless America. Take care.